Yes, a successful do-it-yourself study permit application is possible, and yes, it is possible to try only once and get your application approved. So I went back to chat with Freddie and Celina to know more about experience and what they did and what the best tips are. So first and foremost, Karina mentioned it, Celina mentioned it, and I've also mentioned it on my blog, chaipuya.com, that the IRCC website is our best resource for those of us penny pinching, wanting to save money on a way to becoming permanent residents in Canada. So check out the description box below, and I'll be dropping that link there. So if you are excited, interested, inspired to move to Canada, I'm on the lookout for the inspiring immigrant stories, and I do hope that you help me share these stories about immigrant success. Please do hit subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. And now let's head back in time to my interview with Freddie and Celina.
My mom knows an immigration consultant, licensed immigration consultant here in Canada. And sabi niya, how you package your application matters.
Ano sa tingin niyo yung pinaka best tips, best gawin kung DIY?
Ikaw ang makakasagot na. Kasi siya yung gumawa ng natin.
Best tip talaga is to always refer to the IRCC website because it contains all of the information na you need para mag-guide ka with your application. And also I think most of the questions that you have nasasagot naman ng website. It's just a matter talaga na bigyan mo siya ng time para basahin kung ano yung information na nakalagay sa website. And then, afterwards, if they have, meron silang mga hindi pa maintindihan ng mga information, pwede naman nilang i-take note yun. And then, they can join mga Facebook groups. And then, they can ask questions. Yung mga hindi nila naintindihan sa website, they can post it there. Kasi marami namang Filipinos na tumutulong by answering based on their experiences din. Marami kang makukuhang different point of views, which also helps in widening yung perception natin, understanding natin sa plans natin na mag-undergo sa student pathway. At the same time, I researched about the schools, yung place, just to get yung parang comparative analysis, which is better when it comes to kung limited lang ang budget mo. So kasali na dun lahat, research sa website, sa mga schools that I am interested in. Kasi minsan ang iniisip kasi ng mga Filipinos is that if you go to bigger provinces, bigger cities, you have all the opportunities there. But, syempre, we also have to take into account yung finances mo, kung hanggang saan lang ang kaya ng pera natin because let's be realistic, mahal po talagang mamuhay dito sa Canada. Ang isang downside din dyan is you also have to take into account yung competition pagdating sa trabaho. Yung sa job market, kung saan talaga mas maganda na province i-apply yung matutunan. Kasi ang student pathways, kailangan mo talagang aralin. Hindi pwedeng basta-basta lang sasabihin mo na kasi nandito yung schools, this is the hub for whatever field of of specialization. Dyan ka lang talaga nakalimit. Marami kang kailangan i-consider na aspects when it comes to student pathways. Actually, maraming we know a couple of people na galing sa other provinces,
Di ba?
big provinces, lumilipat dito
Lumipat
sa
dito.
sa Prince Edward Island. Kasi
talaga?
yes.
In fact,
yes.
kanina, excuse me muna.
Mm-mm.
In fact, kanina, kasi nagaling na practice ng basketball, may bago na naman dumating na from Ontario. Tapos, yun nga yung kwento nga nung mga kasamahan ko, dahil din sa PR purposes na narinig nila.
Iba talaga kasi yung pathway ng ng international students in the Atlantic provinces. I'm not sure about New Brunswick and sa Nova Scotia, pero like for example dito sa sa PEI for international students, if we apply for PR as an international student, yun yung gagamitin naming leverage. We don't need to take an English language test. And that is why meron talagang mga ibang international students na graduate from other province and then lumipat sila dito sa PEI to get their PR.
So as you can see, what Celina did was do a ton of research and also process her student permit application at the least possible cost, considering the other costs along the way. And I hope that if you find her insights valuable, please share this video with anybody you know who's thinking about taking the student pathway to move to Canada. And do stick around for the next part, the next half of this video, where we're talking about the key items on a student permit application. The items that are likely to have a lot of weight. People might not be considering them too much. And get some notes, grab a notepad, grab your pen, and take notes from how Celina understood the process and also put her application together.
On the matter of like establishing like a foundation for to get the immigration officer, the visa officer to trust your application, ang naisip kong next is yung SOP. Nakita ko yung SOP mo. Meron pang analysis nung tawag doon, ng courses. Kasi
Yes.
kailangan ganun. Kailangan ba siyang or best siyang
Actually,
ganun?
no.
Sa kanya lang yun.
No, actually hindi siya. Wala kasi talagang guideline on how to write the statement of purpose. Yung guidelines na yung how I wrote mine was that I took ideas yung sa flow doon sa mga nakikita ko, nababasa ko mga SOPs approved or not or disapproved sa group. Yun ang ginawa ko. So, ang pattern na nakita ko doon is that the applicant gives or shares a little information about themselves, ano yung background nila sa school and sa work. And then they talk about why they chose Canada over other countries na nag-offer ng na pwede kang mag-aral as international student. And then they also talked about why they chose the program that they wanted to study and why they chose the school they wanted to enroll at. And ano yung mga home ties nila, reasons why babalik sila sa Philippines, and what are their plans afterwards. I think in writing your SOPs, kailangan makita ng visa officer apart from the home ties, I think is your plans after studying. Some actually meron silang tinatawag kasing dual intent. If you read about it sa group page, some sa kanilang SOPs, talagang sinabi nila na meron silang intention to work here. In their SOPs, they stated they have the intention to work in Canada. But also, nakalagay din doon na if ever hindi matuloy yung na plano, what are their plans pag umuwi na sila sa Pilipinas? Apart from the home ties, I think yun yung deal breaker. Because for me, your plans afterwards, after sa pag-aaral mo, should be practical. Yung hindi suntok sa buwan. Kasi, if you've read sa groups, especially doon sa mga disapproved ng mga applicants, they would always mention yung return of investment, kumbaga, sa nagastos mo.
Okay.
So I think they're talking about in financial aspects. So, ang nasa isip kaagad ng applicant is dapat na nakalagay sa kanilang SOP is to get is to find a job na magkakaroon sila ng position doon na parang mababalik kaagad yung ininvest nila sa Canada. Parang ganun, which most of the time doesn't happen. Kasi in my SOP, I wrote that kasi nga 'di ba nakita mo yung yung mga analysis, yung mabe-benefit ko from the courses. And I also wrote there yung mga organizations na pwede kong pag-applyan. And I think with how I wrote my SOP is that I used the program na kinukuha ko dito as a leverage for me to upgrade my skills that would later on help me na maging eligible to get supervisory, managerial, and executive roles in the organization. Yung parang makikita mo talaga na although back to zero ka pag-uwi mo sa Pilipinas, pero makikita mo na yung makukuha mo yung magigain mo na skills sa pag-aaral dito sa Canada will help you ma-upgrade ang career mo, hindi kaagad, but continuous yung progression niya. I think that what the visa officer wants to see is that practical siya. Yung plans mo hindi suntok sa buwan, kasi kapag masyado naman ding suntok sa buwan, parang hindi na rin siya kapanipaniwala.
Does it mean dual intent, meaning aaral ako pero actually ang intention ko is makakuha ng trabaho sa Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
There are cases na approve siya. There are cases na hindi siya na-approve. Siguro it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Or hindi medyo mabusisi yung visa officer na nagre-review ng documents niya, so hindi naniniwala sa base sa kanyang assessment sa papeles. So meron talagang cases na na-approve siya. I think meron din na yun na nga, magtrabaho, eventually settle down here, gano'n. Pero they always make sure na if ever na hindi yun matutuloy, meron kang babalikan sa Philippines.
Okay. So, yun si home ties naman, how that ties to home ties. Parang, naman, kasi alam naman nila talaga na hindi ka naman maggagastos ng malaki.
Yes, if
alam
you
nila.
Don't get something here, wala kang makukuha dito, di ba?
And
I think they know that. Kasi, I think they know naman na 99% of international students have plans talaga to eventually settle here permanently. And they know that that is the end goal for international students. So, it's just a matter of making them see that you have enough home ties para ma-inganyo ka rin na bumalik sa Pilipinas pag hindi maganda yung status mo dito, or let's say, for example, hindi mo nagustuhan yung buhay dito, ganyan. And when applying for student visa, wala silang specific tab for the SOP. Oo. So that is why kung napansin mo siya, kung napansin mo si SOP, kasabay niya doon yung mga
IELTS, GSIELTS.
Yung mga IELTS namin, yung resibo na proof na nagbayad kami ng confirmation deposit, yung NBI clearance namin. Kasi wala silang specific tab for those documents.
Okay.
So kasi supporting documents kasi sila, so nilagay na namin sila under one file.
Yeah.
Tapos sabay-sabay na in-upload na namin sila as one document.
Oo. Okay. I remember doing that sa application ko din.
Oo.
Yeah, parang ako yung mga resume ko na hindi ko
Hindi naman
maklaim.
nila hinihingi, di ba?
Oo,
Pero yung
pinasok ko na lang na.
Oo, doon. So,
Ah.
meron din ganun for
Okay.
visa ako.
Okay. And it really helps na, syempre, kailangan mo talaga ng SOP. Para kumbaga, kwento mo yun. Para ano.
Yes, it gives them an idea kasi on what your purpose is. Nakakalito kasi talaga yung pag-fill up ng mga forms nila. Kasi they use terms na medyo mahirap maintindihan. So, helpful din yung group. Actually, sabi nila, apart from the SOP and the funds, kailangan tama yung pag-fill up mo ng forms.
Nabanggit mo nga.
Kasi
Parang isang mali mo lang.
Automatic, automatic talaga. Kasi I think yun yung una nilang babasahin. I-check yung mga forms. Short and direct naman, the tendency is that you tend to leave out important
Yeah.
na nakaka-make or break din sa application mo.
That's true. So, talaga, parang, ganun din ginawa ko, parang no stone left unturned kasi it shows you how much you're aware of the possibility of getting rejected. Ihahain ko na sa'yo kung ano talagang gusto mo makita.
Lapag mo na lahat, bahala na sila dyan. At least you've showed them that you've thought about it, nag-research ka, alam mo kung ano yung pinapasok mo. Parang ganun ng mga bagay.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
Absolutely. No stone left unturned. And that is what I did. That is what Celina did. And that is why even if the recommended number of pages for the statement of purpose or SOP is just 2 pages, hers was actually a PDF of 7 pages long, where she put in an analysis of the courses that she was going to take and listed down what the benefits are to her, whether she's going to take her graduate degree or graduate diploma when she flew back to the Philippines, or how she's going to be able to use them in her career, basically. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next